Hello. My name is King Her. This is season 2 of LiveWell SleepWell, episode 1. So, episode 1, season 2, LiveWell SleepWell. So, the reason I'm making this as season 2 is that I want to condense my content a little bit more. So, do 15 to 20-minute videos. And also, so that I can focus on more specific topics that are akin to the name, LiveWell SleepWell. So, less talking about my days and less talking about other random things and more focusing on live well and sleeping well and just more very specific topics. Of course, I do my shorter videos on here on social. If you're here on social, I post my longer videos on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to listen to that, let's see. Post every day, of course. I do want to make this a daily thing, and that's the idea. All right. So with Live Well, Sleep Well, I think one thing that's important to focus on is, of course, not letting your negative thoughts take control of you. Of course, negative thoughts comes and goes, and it exists, and it's a part of life, and it's not something you can ever really throw away entirely. And the negative thoughts aren't necessarily bad. It's just that how you respond to them and also how they affect your life could be bad, where it could affect how you're performing or maybe affecting you in terms of you just not bringing your A game when you need to bring your A game. So in terms of just not letting negative thoughts control you, there's a lot that goes into it. If it's something like your health, then you gotta make sure you take care of your health as best as you can, or try to have as hopeful outlook as you can. Health, it could be like physical health. Maybe you want to look better, look stronger. Maybe you want to drop weight. Maybe you want to work out more. There's a lot of things that you could try to do to pursue that greater future, because you can't solve things right away, but you can solve things over time. And as you take your time to develop yourself, at least you can be hopeful that yes, I am on a good path, and I won't see it this week, next week, but I will see it as I'm just slowly changing things up and making this progression, because things don't happen right away. I know we kind of do want them to happen right away, but real progression, like moving forward, it takes time to really time, dedication, and discipline for you to really change things in your life, or change these little things in your life. So like in terms of like negative thoughts that could kind of control you, it takes it'll be hard at that moment. It's easier said than done, but it's basically one foot in the front of the other, and you take it one step at a time. Don't try to solve everything all at once. You solve the little things, everything that you can solve, you solve them first. Like for me, I know when I started off, it was very difficult for me to get to be controlling my life and my feelings, and just like feeling negative about things I can't control in my life, or man, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, or wish I could do this, wish I could do that. But I'm like, it's okay. Just first off, let's start small. Let's put one foot in front of the other. So what is something that I can control that will help push me forward? Because the one thing was, making sure I'm waking up, waking up when I want to wake up, and taking care of my morning routines, like cleaning my face or brushing my teeth, or making breakfast, or cleaning, or basically just those little small things, making sure I have a routine for myself. Start small, and one foot in front of the other, and then the next thing could be like, I like cooking, or not, or yeah, let's say I like cooking, or I want to cook more, but I kind of hate that I have to use my parents' cooking utensils or cooking pans and things like that. You know what? I want to get my own cooking pans and like utensils and all that good stuff. So all my own knives and stuff, so that I don't have to worry about. So I can use them as much as I would like to, and not have to worry about destroying them because they're mine. Kind of like that. So those are small little things that I wanted to control or have more call my own, and also to have that take control of my life in that way, so that I can start taking steps forward towards not letting my negative thoughts control me too much. And how that negative thoughts will come from that is that if I was to it's all about what can I do right now. And one of the things that was bothering me, one of my negative thoughts that was bothering me, was basically that, oh, I'm not getting anything done, or I don't have anything going for me, or I don't have anything under my name, or so it's like kind of like materialistic, but not necessarily. So it's more so that I wish I could do this, but I can't really do this because I don't have this. So I'm like, okay, let's get something, or let's get something going. So let's get like a skincare routine going. Let's get a cooking routine going. Let's get our own cooking utensils, and let's start, do our, taking care of ourselves. Let's start um, being more like an adult, being able to cook for myself, being able to clean for myself. No one has to worry about me. I can just worry about myself. So those are things that uh, that moved me in the right direction, because those were the negative thoughts that was holding me down, and that's how I was moving forward from that. So not letting your negative thoughts control you. Of course, it didn't happen right away. It took me like a month or two or 3 or 4, maybe even 6 months or something. It doesn't happen right away. Of course, you feel a lot better, and before you know it, it's like a daily routine that you can get going. But it didn't take me till like a whole month for me to feel okay, a lot better, or feeling better. And then, of course, I started the first week, and of course, I already feel very excited and very positive about it. So that really helped. But it was, if I didn't keep doing it, if I didn't stuck with it, if I didn't could carry that through out, I wouldn't be here where I am today. I'm here where I am today because I was able to take this baby step, and now I'm further along. If I never really did that, then I would have continued to let those negative thoughts attack me. And if those negative thoughts keep holding me down and preventing me from doing my things, then that would definitely be I wouldn't be here where I am right now. So one step in front of the other, and then you're kind of getting past those negative thoughts, and getting past those issues. No, not necessarily issues, but those little headaches. But like I said, though, negative thoughts aren't necessarily bad, and also it just depends on what you consider as negative and what isn't negative, and like how you classify them, because there's a lot of details you can go into. But by negative thoughts, I just mean like anything that it's bothering you, that maybe is putting you down, or maybe it's preventing you from doing what you want to do. Sometimes you just gotta say, you know what, even though I have those thoughts, those negative thoughts, quotations negative, because they're not necessarily negative, but it's like, even though I have those thoughts that prevent me from doing what I want to do, let's take the step in the right direction so that I can do what I want to do. Like, if I can't do something, then let's try to take the necessary steps so that I can start doing that something. Because all it takes is for you to just say, I'm going to do it, and then do it. Say I'm going to do it and do it, then nothing's going to stop you from doing that. I could say there's a lot of things, but there's things that's in the way that will be obstacles, but that doesn't mean you can't go over them, you can't go around them, you can't like take your time with them and get over that hurdle. Of course, there's going to be obstacles to trying to do what you want to do, but there's always obstacles in life, and you pick the obstacle you want to deal with. Do you want to deal with the trying to do what you want to do and go over the obstacles, or you want to do the obstacles of doing not what I want to do, but there's obstacles in that way too, so it's kind of like, what path do you kind of want to pick? So anyways, the reason why I'm bringing up this whole topic, like I said, live well, sleep well, I believe that a key part to living well and sleeping well is that you're well mentally, well physically, and you're able to pursue what you want, and also just be able to handle business, and take care of yourself, and be able to be okay, and be able to be in a good spot in your life where you're like, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm working towards where I want to be. And so far the journey has been very positive, and that's I'm able to connect with people that believe in what I do, and also that that wants to support me as well. So there's a lot there that goes into that. And to live well, sleep well is to be well, to be well. Another topic I like to talk about is also sleep and discipline. Of course, I'm kind of bad at it myself, being disciplined with my sleep. And of course, my sleeping schedule is always a mess, but that's not the real issue about my sleep. It's more so that I'm feeling like I need to do more in the day, but I feel like also that once I get to around 12, I feel like I need to do more in the day. So like 12 at night or 12 in the morning, 12 at night. So I feel like I want to do more in the day, but then it's already the end of the day. So I just need to call it a night, wake up tomorrow. But also because of that, I also kind of lag behind, and I don't sleep till like 2 or 3, and then I wake up later too, and that kind of ruins my whole schedule. But overall though, that is something that from what I've learned is to just move forward, forget about it. Let's get to the next step. Like if I truly feel that I wanted to work more, then tomorrow let's work more. Let's really be disciplined. Let's tell her, go to sleep and get things done, and wake up tomorrow and get things and start doing things. So that's one thing I've learned to do, is to have that kind of like strict mind or that discipline. Like, hey, you didn't get things done, so now let's get things done the next day. Which has worked. It's just a matter of, where is my headspace at? Where is my motivation at? Where is my discipline at? Or even if I don't want to do something, I got to sit down and do something. I have to sit down and do it, because if I don't just sit down and do it, then I'm never going to do it. Or, part of it is also like the fear of that I'm not good enough to do it, or I don't know how to do it, or I want to do it, but I'm scared to do it, or I'm scared to make a mistake. And part of it is just that, hey, you got to tell yourself, like, I will just tell myself, like, hey, let's sit down, let's just do it. Even if we make a mistake, we're here for the mistake. Even if we don't do it perfectly, we're here to do it so that we can get it perfectly, so that when it's time to actually make things happen, we can do it. And part of it is like, because it's like, you won't get good all at once. You got to be disciplined, like I said, going back to like our last one before too. Take it day by day. Do it here, and like, before you know it, you'll be better than you were before. But it's all about, the discipline, and be able to take things one step at a time, making sure that you're sleeping correctly, and making sure that you're doing it, even if it's not perfect, if it's not the best, even if you're making mistakes, as long as you're doing it and you're basically getting prepared for that time when you do need to be prepared, and you need to set sail. So like I was saying before, in my first season, one of the topics, I believe it was like episode 9, 8 or something like that. It wasn't, I don't know if it's those specific two, but I know that in the first season I talked about, wanting to set sail already and already having things going. And that is true. I already have things going. I'm already setting sail right now. It's been a very slow process, and it hasn't been the greatest of production, but everything is kind of coming together. It's slowly going. And as I am, making these podcasts, and also as I'm making my originals, making choreos, singing, dancing, and also helping rise, there's definitely a lot that's going on that I want to pull together. And even today too, as I'm like, making sure that I'm on schedule, and making sure that, I have everything I want to do done, and that I don't keep I keep myself accountable for what I'm trying to do the whole day. So part of it is also making sure that I gotta keep reminding myself, what am I doing this for? What is my passion? What's burning? Why do I do this? Because sometimes I do forget, like, oh, what am I doing this for? Or, oh, like, I'm feeling a little lazy. But it's like, if I don't keep reminding myself, like, hey, remember what you're fighting this for. Remember what you're doing this for. Then I will slowly but surely, forget why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it's good to remember that. I'm kind of losing my mind, the point that I was bringing up. From there, basically, sleep, discipline, and making sure that all that good stuff is done. Yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent, but that's kind of the nature of this, because I'm trying to condense all the topics that I want to talk about into a more 15 to 20 minute video instead of 30 minutes, where there's a lot more airtime for me, just freedom to just talk whatever. I want to condense it in this new season 2. I would definitely want to condense it to 15 to 20 minutes, so that way it's just a lot more juicy details, a lot more things that I can talk about, and so I can just start firing things out instead of just having to mumble a little bit around, or having to make it just very casual. I wanted to condense it down so that it could be more appealing, or you can get something more out of your time too, because wouldn't that be nice to be able to just condense the information so you can get the most out of your time. Let's see, so of course, with LiveWell SleepWell, self-care and self-care, it's very important. Of course, you are the one running your engine, and you don't want to destroy your engine, and you want to make sure that you are doing well, because you are a team with your body, your mind, body, soul kind of a thing. You're all a team, and it's like 3 separate people living in one body or something of that sort. But basically, it's like, you gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself. You can't just always gas pedal every time, or always just make ends meet. You gotta take care of yourself, and you just gotta make sure that that's okay, because that's an important part of you know sustainability. Being able to sustainability in terms of being able to keep outputting the production you're trying, being able to keep outputting the production you want, and also being able to extend that, make that sustainable. So where you could do it for 10 years instead of doing it only be able to do it for 2 years. Instead of only being able to do it for 2 years, you could be able to do it for 10 years. And instead of only be able to output a certain, being only able to output that production level, and then it drops back down like really low, and then it comes back up really high but drops back down really low. Instead of having those high and lows, be able to have it sustainable to where you're relatively high, maybe not as high as you can be, but high enough to where you're maintaining that output. That output is very constant, and to be able to maintain that all the way to 10 years instead of having those highs and lows between 2 years. So I believe that self-care or self-love is very important in that sense, and so that you can just maintain that output. What does that look like? What does self-care and self-love kind of look like? You're being with friends, being with family, going out to eat, or being able to share with friends and family, being able to talk, being able to just enjoy yourself, enjoy your time, being able to work hard when you need to work hard, but also to remember to not push away any negative, like not pushing your problems aside. Yes, you can push them aside, but make sure that you resolve them, within yourself, that you can put them to the side, but maybe at some point you might want to come back and look at it, or else it's gonna come back to you and be even a bigger problem. You can only push things aside so long before they pile up or before they become big issues. So being able to deal with things and being able to so that you can take on the next problem too, not just so that you feel better, but also because you want to be as fresh and as capable as you are for the next problem. And that means that you're able to clean up all your issues that has you put to the side for a bit, that you're able to resolve those to a degree, and so that you can take on the next issue, the next problem, and keep going, keep traveling. So self-care, self-love, what does that look like? It's, like I said, being out with friends. Maybe if you enjoy a little drink here and there, or being able to talk to someone, being able to share, being able to have an outlet. Like maybe you like dancing music, or you like working out, or you like going on runs, or maybe if you like playing games. Those things could be self-love. They could be for you to just tone down, or just deal with your problem, or just be able to just let you to just do you and not have to worry about anything else. Because it's important to have those moments to really just soak everything in, or let your mind relax, or let you enjoy your life instead of just trying to trudge through everything. Have a moment to sit down and just take care of yourself, kind of a thing, where you don't have to work so hard that you're overburdening yourself a bit. Not saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying that this is more so about making this, because self-love is important, so that you can have a more sustainable output, so that you can take on the next issue, so that you can live well, sleep well, so that your negative thoughts aren't bothering you so much, or so there's a lot of things that can go between that. But basically, for today, my time is up. This has been almost 20 minutes, so thank you for listening. This is season 2 of Live Well, Sleep Well, episode 1, season 2 of Live Well, Sleep Well. And basically, like I said, season 2, because I'm condensing things now down to 15 to 20 minutes, and just talk about more specific things that cater to live well, sleep well. And then I can still branch off to other topics too, but I want to definitely condense it a lot more, and be able to just share my thoughts, and just be able to, maybe if you enjoy this content, then be able to share with you too. Of course, this is still practice for me, and this is still me just talking to a camera, and just me practicing, making content, practicing, and also seeing where this takes me to. But at the end of the day, I also do think that it'll be good for me to condense what I'm trying to do. Instead of 30 minutes of just kind of lolly-loos, like I could do 15 to 20 minutes to more condensed and more informational things, and more specific things. All right, well, thank you so much. My name is King Her. Again, this is episode 1, season 2 of Live Well, Sleep Well, and I'll catch you tomorrow with episode 2 of season 2 of Live Well, Sleep Well. All right, thank you so much.